Hey, what's happening everybody? Willie here, the great outdoors. Man, I'm gonna tell you what, it's cold. I'm not joking, it's cold out there. It's colder than Jack Frost's undershorts out there today. I'm not kidding. We've had a week of just cold. I mean, bone chilling cold. Now, I know there's a lot of you out there who live further from me, and it's colder there than it is here. Y'all are in the negatives and the zeros and all of that stuff. But for us here in good old Virginia, where it's usually so humid you can't hardly walk without sweating, or you just think about going outside and you begin to sweat, it's different for us. Our bodies have we couldn't handle it. I ain't kidding. It's cold. But hey, I'm here today. First off, let me take this hat off, because it's not that cold in here. I do have the heat on, as much as I can afford to have it on anyway. You know, since I've started doing this old display case rescues thing, that title kind of started just as a episode, and ever since, I guess really back to when I got the Duke out of ProTech Fishing, or Fishing ProTech, or Fishing Tech, or I never get it right. But anyway, when we got the Duke out of there, that whole rescue from the display case and got him fishing again, it kind of changed things for me. It became more than just going out to an antique store or a flea market and just getting something and fixing it up and taking it out and going fishing with it. It actually became more of a rescue, because we all know that any of us that are into the collecting or the rebuilding, refurbishing these old fishing reels, you have that feeling. You get the sensation of rescuing this particular item, because a lot of times we know that it'll most likely never see the water again. And that's depressing, because these reels, this equipment got us where we're at, and it served its purpose well. But now what do you do with it if it's still in good enough shape to be out there fishing, but yet is not up to standards by today's standards, I should say? What do you do with it? You know, most people just move on to the next thing. The next latest and greatest thing. So that poor thing just gets tossed into a drawer or a garage, shed, whatever, until it just becomes that thing that no one's used in years. And if we haven't used it in years, why are we keeping it? Let's get it out of here. The next thing you know, it's in a flea market, it's at a Goodwill, an antique store, however you want to look at it. Since I started the display case rescues kind of thing, I've rescued several, more than several, quite a few. And now I've got friends that are actually finding them for me. For example, my good old friend Brian Keachley, where Brian lives in Oregon. The name of the store is Fisherman's Marine and Outdoor. Let me get that right. Fisherman's Marine and Outdoor. Brian's friend's name is Mike, and it is in Oregon City. Anyway, they've sent me this reel via Brian Keachley. You need to watch Brian if you can. Great outdoor channel, Pacific Northwest. It's just fun to say. I don't know about you, but I feel more important when I say it. It's like my chest puffs up and I get Pacific Northwest. Pacific Northwest. Or where? Hey, if you get a chance, look them up. Fisherman's Marine and Outdoor in Oregon City. Ask for Mike. Send him an email, send him something and tell him thank you. Thank you for sending Willie a reel, sending him some content all the way from Oregon to bam, right here on the East Coast in Newport News, Virginia. This thing is going to get taken apart, fixed up, and fished. We're going to open it up right now so I can stop talking about it and you can see what it is. have my knife again. But I got scissors. Matter of fact, I was just running with them earlier. I live on the edge. No, I didn't. Don't even go there. Don't even play that game. Look at that! A 1755 L. L? I don't know what that means. 1755 L. Oh, I love this. So easy, so simple, you can operate it blindfolded. Well, that's good to know because I've been thinking about going out there blindfolded and operating one. I have. Phew, it has a peculiar odor to it. Look at that. I want to see where it says L on it. That says 1755. Where's this L? Where the L is it? Oh, there's other stuff in here. Oh yeah. Oh, it's a little thick. This thing is, it has a couple of little scars on the foot, so it has been on a rod. You have to be very careful with these Shakespeare knobs because what happens, they corrode inside. The corrosion expands, cracks them, pops them, and then it just rots out. We will take a look at that and see if we can clean it up because this thing is in really good shape. The care and how to cast with your spin wonder reel. That's not easy to say. It either comes out wonder eel or wonder reel. Wonder reel. Oh, look, showing you how to put the line on. That's craziness, man. How to tie the knot. How to tell time. No, what is that? Clockwise, counterclockwise, something, line, put her on her. That's just, oh, it unfolds all kinds of ways. Wexford Spin Pack. Oh my gosh, this is incredible. This is so cool. We'll have to look further into this at some other time. Oh, look, real pictures of people using one. But see, back then they made rods that actually worked with these things. Nowadays, I've got to use fly rods. That's just cool. Okay, let's put that back. There's something else in here. Let's see what this is. This is from April 25th of 1998. It was bought at Antique Alley, all sales final, for $15. So, we have a 1755 and a gorgeous green that needs to be taken apart and, you know, taken apart. And we're going to take it apart because this, I've got to clean that up. That's going to have to be done with a toothbrush and some soap. If you want, it's up to you guys. I can take it down here to the table and we can take this thing apart. You can get a good look at the inside of it and we can get it all cleaned up and working good. Just let me know. I'll wait. You don't have to be nasty about it. Okay, fine. Let's take it apart. Sheesh. All right, hey, let go of that. Get out the big bowl here. All right, first thing we're going to do is take a look under this cap, which is moving easily. Oh, look at that. That's a different version there. Oh, we're missing one little felt thingamabob. See, inside here you have these three pieces, and there's felt pieces on them. Those felt pieces help your drag. When you screw this on, those felt pieces hit on top of your rotor, and that, I mean, not on top of your rotor, they actually hit down here. I'm sorry, I didn't mean on top of the rotor, but down here on the bottom of your spool, and that's what causes your drag to slow down. So we're going to have to get one of those so that metal, it's not running metal to metal there. Somebody's been in it because there's some funky grease in here. And this is the first time I've been in one of these, so you'll have to excuse me. I'm kind of eyeballing everything. Is that a washer? No, that's not a washer. Okay. We got some line on the spool there. Yep, lots of nasty grease. We'll have to clean that up. I can see some marks on the screws, so I think somebody's been in here. Paint is in great shape on this thing. It's almost like I want to wax it. Okay, get our plate off here. That's not the ugliest thing I've ever seen. It doesn't look terrible, and there's not a lot of gear wear. I don't see where anybody's put too much pressure on it. When they're in there that tight, I tell you what, that scares me. Because you can very easily break a screw off in one of these things. You got two dissimilar metals there. You got a totally different aluminum type cast body with what I'm guessing are stainless steel screws. Those, they just don't see eye to eye. They just don't. That's nature. The nature of metallurgical types of metals. I tell you, sometimes it is just so cool to look at these things and see their little differences. Here's what we're going to do. I'm going to go away for just a minute. I'm going to go clean this thing up like it is and see if I can figure out exactly how this thing comes apart. Okay, I just wanted to show you something really quick here. This is the body. I've already cleaned it up. It is moving just as smooth. There's no real need for me to take this apart. And believe me, on most occasions, I don't have a problem in any way, shape, or form of taking something apart. But when you get into these older reels sometimes it's good to leave well enough alone. If it's not broke, don't try to fix it. This is working really good. This thing is so clean that it's really not leaving me a lot to do. Anyway, so what we are going to do is definitely take this out. I mean, this is moving freely too. This is really not a problem, but this one's got so much grease and stuff behind the gear back between here that I can't get to. I'm going to take it apart just because I can't get to it. Should be a star washer underneath of this. Yep, there it is. We'll put that there. Dainty with that, because we got to clean all that corrosion off there without breaking the thing all up there. I don't know if that's going to happen. It's probably going to rake on me. Well, let's go clean this up. Get the grease off it, because like I said, I couldn't get back there to that, so we'll clean that up. Spool's nice and cleaned up. Got all the old line off of it. I'm going to wipe it down real good. A lot of the grease from the day, even when you take a toothbrush or whatever and you try to get it all off, it just kind of smears it around. So, I use Dawn dishwashing detergent, and that really helps break the grease up. So then you can just take and really just wipe it off. Rotor cleaned up real nice. Go ahead and dry that out on the inside and get all the excess grease out of there. Okay, I've got this nice and oiled up already, so we're going to go ahead and put this back together real quick. It has a spot to be able to hold the oil in the middle right there. Put a little bit down here. Now what usually I'll do in this particular instance is I will take and kind of get enough in there that it kind of fills the hole up just the littlest bit. And I'll push this in after I release it, and not meaning to. And that's got plenty of oil down in there now. Ooh, look at that. Whee! There it is. Exactly what I was worried was going to happen, happened. And that was barely tightening it in, so it must have been pretty close to broken. Oh man, I don't think I have any more of those. So there you go. Even the cleanest, nicest looking reel can have that issue. Yep, we got it out. That one was broke. Alright, let me look over here and see if I got any more. I think I might, but I don't know. So at this point, I do not have a replacement screw. But let's get this thing back together the rest of the way. I'll just put this plate on the other side with the one screw missing. These are the things that happen, people. We're dealing with antiques. Okay, so we'll be missing one right here for right now until I can get with somebody about getting another one. Just no big deal. no big deal. Those can be found. Matter of fact, I think those are out there a little bit everywhere. So we're going to put a little bit of grease around that right there. That's what I want here. All right, let's get this on. Tighten that on. All right, let's go get this crank cleaned up and cross our fingers that we don't break that, because it does have some age on it and there's just no way to get down in there and clean that out. So let's go clean this up. So here we are, doing that thing that we do, wiping off all the fingerprints and grease and oil and all that. And I'm going to tell you, this reel is in great shape. I mean, it is in great shape. Usually the caps are all beat up and dinged up and all of that. But it seems like with all of these reels, there's goods and bads no matter how you do it. Got the lever cleaned up. It's turning. But you can see where the corrosion was. Got some oil down in there that'll hopefully help that thing, keep that from doing it again. Got all the corrosion off. Had to use a brass wire brush to keep from really tearing into it. You want to use brass because brass is soft, because this is an aluminum crank arm and that's plastic. And the plastic that they used back in that time frame, it corrodes as well. That corrosion gets in there, the corrosion expands, it ages that plastic. Plastic just breaks. But all in all, this reel works quite well. Couple things. Broke that screw. We're going to call about that tomorrow and see about getting some of those. She's not loud. Matter of fact, I don't know that it has any gear roar at all. I think the more it gets used, the better it would be. This is not one that I would use all the time for one reason. And I'm going to show you that reason right now. Oh yeah, I'm going to keep doing it. That's annoying. I'm glad that didn't last long. But other than that, in the casting, you of course bring it backwards, you cast, and you can do that. It's funny because while I was cleaning this in the kitchen, I got on the phone with Dan, and Dan, we were laughing about. That would be the sound right there that if you got on a charter boat with somebody back in the day and they looked at you and said, what does that reel you have there? Oh, well, this is a Shakespeare 1755. Oh, it is, really? Well, you stay on the dock. Because if everybody on the boat had to listen to that, you would probably end up swimming back. But that is a clicker and a half. That's a clicker and 3/4 right there is what that is. I don't know, I've got to figure out a way to make that not do that. Anyway, other than that, it's in great shape. The thing, I can't wait to actually use it. That's the biggest thing. We're just waiting on weather tomorrow. Like I said, 19 degrees, I think, tomorrow, if I'm not mistaken. Or we've had several teens going on as far as the weather goes, but got the box, got the reel, got the papers. This is just a great thing. Again, I guess I've become that display case rescue guy now. That's how people are going to discuss me now, I guess. You know, the guy, the camper and fishing, motorcycling, monkey guy, he rescues fishing reels from display cases. I guess you could be known for worse. I'd like to really thank Mike at Fisherman's Marine and Outdoor in Oregon City. Thank you for giving that to Brian, and Brian sending it to me. I love this stuff. It's such a great thing. Again, people, look them up, please. And if nothing else, give them a call and tell Mike thank you. Willie from the Great Outdoors truly appreciates this reel. I'm going to do it myself too, as a matter of fact. And also, get on with Brian. Look at Brian, PNW, man. PNW, Pacific Northwest. Don't get me to go there again, please. I will so quickly. I thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed this. One more display case rescue. We'll see you on the next one, whatever the next one may be. Hey, boo. It's like a little tiny machine gun.